All right, I'd like to call the meeting to order. If you'll join me in a pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Neighbors? Here. Young?
Here.
Dilling? Beamsterboer? Adamski? Doyle?
Here.
And Adrianson.
Here. All right. First item is a public comment. We have Mike Naughton.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't know if this is close enough. This afternoon I was at my office, and one of my friends here in town sent me over something from Justin Young, Village of Manhattan trustee. Because of the falsehoods and inaccuracies, I felt I must address this to the public. He starts out easy enough. Did you know this? Public safety has been a top priority for the mayor and myself. Well, it's been the priority for many of us trustees and mayors along the years. I understand when you were elected, you wanted to increase safety measures. We had been doing things for over 30 years, whether it be increasing pay, budgeting for additional officers. This is not something new, not something brand new. And, you know, the K-9 unit, the flat cameras, it's just not the two of you. There's 5 other trustees that were involved in that. It's not a one-man show. The additional officers for the schools was planned years before you showed up on the scene. The thing that I find most egregious and potentially libelous is the paragraph that starts out, additionally, the previous administration allowed trucks of all sizes and weights to pass freely through the town. False. We took whatever precautions we could. Can't stop traffic on US 52 now, can you? But what we did do is we had agreements to use scales before we could afford to buy them and staff them. We had agreements with the state. We used scales from other municipalities. We used Crawford grain scales down in Wilton Center. So it's just not Mike and Justin, and I see Ron gets a name in here too, because it's all 7 trustees that have worked hard. I was after increased truck enhanced enforcement for over 20 years, living on 52, my office on 52. You ask the old trustees, I was here, what are we going to do about 52? It's not in the budget just yet. It was easy to buy scales. As you found out, scales were here when you guys came in 4 years ago because we had budgeted the money years before and we're getting ready to wait for it. Right, Tom? Yep. So we had done that. Now, I understand you fought hard to implement truck enforcement. This is what really is egregious, Justin. Despite some resistance from our peers. Who are your peers? I was one of those. That's baloney. And none of these trustees now or in the past have ever given any resistance to truck enforcement for safety. Never. That's not truth. So you succeeded in establishing a robust program, you state. You added to the existing programs that were here. Before we had our own scales, we did length, over lengths. We had officers trained. We used the other scales as I mentioned to you. There's work to be done, absolutely. Every board builds on the prior board. You can't take credit for everything. Now you talk about the slate running against you with the exception of one individual having served on the board before we were elected, allowed truck traffic to go unchecked. Absolutely false. You slander not only the 3 past mayors, but dozens of trustees. Dozens. Sorry, not slander, libel. Dozens. It had always been a top priority of safety for this village. Then you ask the question, why is that? Your belief, Mr. Young, based on your Facebook your belief is either it was a deliberate choice or they simply became complacent after years of maintaining the status quo. Again, false. You take the time, look through the past minutes, look through the past monies that we put into previous long-range plans. Truck enforcement has always been the top priority in safety. We couldn't finance it, didn't have the money at the time, but don't throw the other mayors, Mayor Borgo, Mayor Doyer, myself, or the dozens of trustees that have come before you and built what we have here today. Don't throw them under the bus. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, first item is consent agenda. Consent agenda consists of the February 4th, 2025 Village Board Meeting minutes, approval of February 18th, 2025 bills list. So if everyone's okay with these 2 things, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Neighbors?
Yes.
Young?
Yes.
Doyle?
Yes.
Adrianson?
Yes. Okay. First item under new business is an ordinance amending certain section 3.4 of the Village of Manhattan, Illinois Employee Handbook. So this ordinance will allow our part-time staff to receive 4 hours of pay for each holiday the village recognizes. This was discussed at our village board workshop and probably in the past, but if it's approved, it'll start the first holiday after May 1st. So if everyone's good with this, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve an ordinance amending certain section 3.4 of the Village of Manhattan, Illinois Employee Handbook.
Motion.
Second.
Any other discussion? A roll call?
Young,
Yes, please.
Doyle,
Yes.
Neighbors,
Yes.
Adrianson.
Yes. Okay, motion carries. Next item on the agenda is ordinance amending Title II, Business Regulations, Chapter 3, Liquor Control Regulations, Section 2-3-10, Number of Liquor Licenses Issued and Automatic License Reduction of the Village of Manhattan Code of Ordinances. So this is creating a new liquor license for Flor de Fuego Mexican Steakhouse, LLC, in the former Agave Azul restaurant. So we're just giving them a liquor license to conduct business as a Mexican restaurant there. So if anyone has any questions on that? If not, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve an ordinance amending Title II, Business Regulations, Chapter 3, Liquor Control Commission Regulations, Section 2-3-10, Number of Licenses Issued and Automatic License Reduction of the Village of Manhattan Code of Ordinances.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Doyle,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Neighbors,
Yes.
Adrianson.
Yes. Okay, motion carries. Last item on the agenda, a resolution transitioning from our current PACE Southwest Dial-A-Ride service to PACE Access Will County Dial-A-Ride service. PACE is consolidating the various Dial-A-Ride services in Will County into one service that will be managed by the county, called Access Will County. Access Will County Dial-A-Ride will have the same rider fees as our current service, but provide a larger service area, allowing our residents to go anywhere in Will County and in the southwest Cook County as well. There is no cost to the village for Access Dial-A-Ride. The village, along with the Manhattan Township, will be transitioning to this new service on May 1st. So it's just a same service that was always offered. It's just, I guess, going through it's going through Will County now instead. So if anyone has any questions, if not,
So, a resident that wants to use these services, do they just call PACE,
they call Will County, I believe.
Will
right?
County? And then, will that be on our, website for people, for residents to know that it's available? Or it probably already is?
It currently is on our website. We just have to change the link once we go to this new service.
And then you said there was, remember we talked earlier, there's like a new liaison or somebody new that they talked with?
Yeah, currently, our residents have to call directly to PACE, but once this new service starts, Will County will provide a person, Colin Phillips is his name, and he'll be the contact person if they have trouble scheduling a ride.
Great, thanks.
So I'd like to entertain a motion to approve a resolution transitioning from our current PACE Southwest Dial-A-Ride service to PACE Access Will County Dial-A-Ride service.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Neighbors,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Doyle,
Yes.
Adrianson.
Yes. Motion carries. That's it for the regular meeting. We do not have executive session. I just wanted to say, Dan Casper, the weatherman, is not doing too well in the hospital, so just send your prayers if you could to him. He could use it right now. And then Irish Fest is coming up, so that's all I really have right now. And hopefully it gets warmer. That's what we really need. So, Lucy?
Thank you for the snowplows. Once the snow finally did come on that snow day, or e-learning day, it was nice that everything was well taken care of and the roads were safe. And yes, sad to hear about a community member that spent time with the weather and trying to keep our community safe, now needs some help with prayers and his health. So hope everyone can remember him. That's it.
Thank you. Justin?
I don't have anything tonight. I don't really have a voice still, so thanks.
All right, thanks. And it seems like the This flu has been going around a lot, so we have some absent trustees that are not feeling well. Tommy?
Well, just Irish is coming. I hope the weather will be warm.
Yep, 70.
That's a long walk in the parade. It's cold.
Um,
That's it for me.
Thank you. Shelley?
I'll just mention that the next senior luncheon scheduled for Wednesday, March 26th at 11 a.m. at the Park District. Our topics for this meeting will include Silver Sneakers by Fitness Premier, benefits of staying active by First Care Family Clinic, and then we will have Colin Phillips out from Pace Dial-A-Ride to talk about the new program to our seniors.
All right, thanks.
He's going to actually try to bring a Pace bus, so it'll be like a touch a truck for senior citizens.
Jeff?
No other comment than that one?
Thanks. Mark?
You have my monthly report. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer those.
Jim?
One, you have the monthly report, and if you have any questions, direct them to John, and he's back on Friday.
John's at a conference right now, so.
Yeah. I have a couple things, just to let you know that the speed limit sign is up on Baker, in that news section, and then we did get 2 more, stop ahead signs, and there is a weight limit sign, so can help out with the police department. So we did put those up until we get everything finished, and then we put the main ones up. Also, I want to say thank you to the police department for the last snow event, because they helped us out a lot, clearing the ways and everything else. So they did a great job. So I just want to say that.
All right, thank you. Thanks for all the hard work with the snow to the police department as well. Carrie, did you want to add anything to that or no?
Just have my monthly report if anybody has any questions.
Justin?
Good to be here. Just starting to get into stuff this week, and today is day 6, so don't have a lot right now. There is a finance report in the packet, and Jessica could answer any questions if there are any.
Thank you. Chief?
You have my monthly report, and then attached to that, there's a 3-year side-by-side report as the comparisons where we were, where we are, on calls and stuff like that. Also want to give a quick shout out to Rockdale Police Department, Chief Dykstra. Currently, we were looking to, as we increase our officers, we were obviously looking to get more less lethal tasers, which are very expensive. They're about $5,000 a piece. But Rockdale was getting rid of the X2 tasers, which we currently use, and they gave us 5. So it's going to save us a lot of money. We no longer are in the market looking for tasers. So that's it was very kind of them and their village board to donate that to us. So it'll save us roughly I think when we did the searching for the new tasers, it was going to be about $13,000 to $16,000 a year.
Wow.
So we pushed that down the line, hopefully for longer than long. But shout out to them and want to thank them. But other than that, you have my report. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them.
Thanks. Terry?
You have my report. If any questions, we've been meeting with PD over Irish Fest. Tommy, to your 70-degree weather, I hope that does not happen. We'll be inundated with people. Other than that, my thoughts and prayers to Dan. Anything we can do EMA-wise, let us know. Other than that, we're looking forward to Irish Fest.
All right, thanks. You have anything? All right, that's it. I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion?
All in favor? It's like, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, meeting adjourned.